Oh, my God. I love this wine. Dude, this wine is so good.
Yeah, we're not going to tell them what it is, though.
I already did, though.
Oh, you did?
Well, I posted it on the Instagram. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Why?
You're not paying us.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Pay me. And then you came through with these stemless, squishy
These are cool
glasses. You know, cheers, man.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. Welcome.
Ben knows fucking nothing.
Nothing. Ben doesn't know a goddamn thing. Oh, wait. The singing is for you. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be the funny
Dude,
one.
my voice is shot right now.
Why?
I was
Why?
I was jamming a bunch of songs in the car, a little mix of some Kelsey Ballerini.
What was the one you were listening to when you came in again?
Oh, that was the Ramones.
Ramones, yeah. Okay.
So it went from Kelsey Ballerini to Sum 41 to the Misfits to the Ramones, Goldfinger. Yeah, it was a nice drive.
That's a good drive. So your voice is hoarse from.
Yeah, I was
jamming.
Yeah.
See, I do that. I've been listening to a lot of Sturgill Simpson.
But it's funny because like I don't. It's sometimes when I'm listening to music, I don't like take any of like the things that I've learned about singing into consideration. I just sing like I'm like a fan at a concert.
Oh, so fuck it, man. Like, yeah, dude, do it.
I didn't take any precautions, which is probably stupid of me.
No, man. You know, to protect your voice. That's a thing. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
So I remember I had somebody tell me one time, they were like, "Yo, man, you have a really cool natural voice, but you have no idea how to use it." He was like, "You have a race car and you don't know how to drive it."
No shit.
And I was like, "Oh," and he was like. And I didn't take any offense to it, but it made sense because I had never done any vocal training. I was never trained on anything.
To do it, you just like
it was like when we were kids. I fronted a band. I was a guitar player and I sang, and then I was in choir when I was at church, and then from there that's how I got like started on like a solo career because somebody heard me and was like, "Yo, you could sing. Can you sing on my rap track?" So I sang on his rap track, and then we ended up like rapping together. And he was like, "Yo, you're pretty good, man." So we started rapping together, and
that's gotta feel better to be selected, though.
Oh, it feels great, man.
Right?
So, yeah,
like to be like somebody's like, "Yo, you."
That's like it's a huge hit of because this whole game is tough on your ego and your self confidence and your self esteem. So like you're putting out something that you put a lot of once you put it out to the public, you put a lot of work into it, and like when you're making it, you have a really cool confidence about yourself, and you have this perception of how people are going to take it, and then sometimes they don't take it how
yeah, I was gonna say it backfires on you.
It backfires a lot, man.
So with that, it's like, remember I was saying to you, is like I get like anxiety watching like America's Got Talent and shit because there's people who just have no idea like how to sing, or they don't realize how terrible they are.
Yeah.
And it's the same. So at least you got like selected, like somebody's like, "Yo, you could sing. That's cool." It's cool.
Well, I had been doing it. I had been doing it previously, but it was cool to have somebody like notice your talent and then be like, "Hey, I want to work with you." I think that was the first time that someone said like, "Hey, I want to work with you."
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the difference is those people are like their mom and dad were like, "You're great.
Yeah.
You're absolutely great."
Yeah.
And then honey keeps singing in the car like that, and they're just and just like it hurts everybody, and nobody had and nobody had the balls to be like, "Yo, you suck. This is not good. Like, you need to stop." Like, and I don't want to sound like Simon Cowell because that guy is the shit.
Yeah, but I'll never be that person either.
I know, Ian. You will never be that person. But guess who will? Moi. I will be that. Like, no, I to be fair.
It broke my heart, man. My daughter was like, "Yeah, I told the kids at school I wanted to sing, and they laughed at me." And I was like, "Yo, you know how many people laughed at me?" All right, today's episode is brought to you by none other than who?
Graziella Coffee.
Listen, Graziella Coffee. We rant and rave about these guys all the time. They have. I start my day off with it, I end my day with it, and I don't go to sleep because I've been drinking coffee, but I just can't stop. But yo, listen, this the bag right here. It's really getting low because we've been hitting it. But this is the medium roast. I think it's Julia, Colombia.
Yeah.
So smooth and balanced with hints of honey, caramel, and sweet citrus. I swear, dude, they just have the best combos.
Get after it, and you can go to their store. You go to their store. You can use the promo code.
On the website.
Yeah, on the website. You can go to the store and use promo code BNN and get 20% off your first order.
Let me give you that again. You go to GraziellaCoffee.com, promo code
BNN.
You get 20% off your first purchase. Listen, here's the deal. It's holiday season. If you know people that like coffee, go and I promise you, get them a bag of Graziella, and you will be off the hook for getting anybody a gift this year.
Go right now.
Dude. If I got a bag of Graziella, you know what I mean?
You'd be excited too.
I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you get the bundle and you get the 2 mugs they got going on right now. They're doing a bundle where you get the 2 mugs.
Get it.
Yeah. Use the promo code. Go hit Graziella up. You know what it is.
Do it.
I was like, people, laugh. I don't mean to do it like that, but that's just what I'm, and now when I try,
can she sing?
She's fucking great. I tried to get her to sing today, man. I'm not playing, bro. I wouldn't do that to her. I wouldn't do that to her.
Look
bro.
how tight your shoulders got when I said.
No,
you're like, yo, motherfucker.
She can't. No, like, bro, I put on Whitney in the back, and she puts on Michael Jackson. She does it.
That stuff is good.
She sings along.
Those are soul songs.
And she's 7. You know what I mean? So it's like, but the fact that to me, it's her memory of how well she remembers songs and just little things that kind of reminded me of myself. My mom used to always be like, Ian, you can never remember when you have homework, but you can remember, that song you heard on the radio one time. And I was like,
Yo, get this, right? So this is like this is last year. So my nephew Emmett comes up and we're driving. I haven't seen him in years, like maybe like a year and a half or something. Comes up. I'm like, hey bud, what songs do you like? He's like, I like Luke Combs. I like Luke Combs. So I put on it was like Forever After All, some song for him, right? So this little kid starts singing. Yo, by the middle of the song, I'm sitting there, I'm driving, I'm like,
oh yeah,
Jesus
oh my God, bro,
it was so good. He didn't skip a verse. He sang with all his little soul, and I'm sitting there, dude, in tears, driving him to go. We're gonna go ride I have like the RZR. We're gonna go ride my Polaris and stuff. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, and when I got out of the car, like I was all my buddies are there. So I get out of the car and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" They're like you all right? What are you? I'm like, my eyes were bloodshot from crying because this kid had me just heartstrings. So I get that. I mean, not a single thing he missed. It was amazing.
It's cool, man. It's and for boys. If you find that, I would say like suggest the vocal training early because like once that puberty hits, it's different. I remember when I hit puberty and I was like, whoa, what is this?
He lives in the middle of nowhere, so they have to drive like an hour some odd to go to a vocal coach. They don't know.
It'll be
they'll know now that's what they're gonna get for Christmas. Yeah, I already.
Do they watch the pod?
No, but as soon as somebody who I know is, I'm like, oh my God, they're talking about Emmett, or whatever, and he really is like talented. I'm such a critical where I'll be like, you're shit, like in my head I'll be like, this kid sucks, but he is really that good that's why I was like, okay. So vocal coach or guitar coach, right? Do you think I could like go into like play guitar would be cool?
I think it'll help because then you can, then you're kind of crafting a songwriter to be able to create your own instrumentation while you sing is great because then you can practice. I mean, nowadays you can just put on an instrumental or whatever. You could put on a karaoke track or whatever maybe, but that also helps the musicianship. I wish I got better at guitar when I was younger and took some lessons because I learned the chords and then I never learned like any theory behind it. I don't know I don't know what I'm doing on the neck. I just know that from experience, like this sounds good and this doesn't sound good. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to go here but not there.
So,
but I couldn't tell you exactly what I'm doing.
I have 2 things that remember how I was telling you like I'm a dolphin at the time in a shark's body. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to be a shark
when
and I was
did
a dolphin.
You say this to me?
I said that to you like 2 podcasts.
I would have remembered.
No. Like I said it in a different way.
Okay.
So equally as that, I need to be honest. I'm gonna share my dreams with you.
Your dreams?
I'm gonna share my dreams with you.
All right. Oh, you had a dream?
I have no. Like when I was a kid, I had a dream.
Oh, like
my.
You fell asleep.
A goal.
A
goal.
Okay.
All right, fucker.
Well, I told you about my dream that time and you ate me up, dude. You were like, "Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you,
dude?" Oh my God. Shout out to James. I love you, James. So listen, short shorts, cardigan. Was it Pico? Or it was a cardigan.
Blazer.
Oh, it was a blazer. Sorry, it was James. James is shit. So listen. So when I was a kid, I was like, yo, I would fucking kill to have a voice, like to be able to sing. Like it was like the only thing. Like I was like, man, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
And like you play those scenarios in your head of what you would give up to have a voice, right?
My left leg.
Oh, dude. So I went one further. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I give inches off my dick. I give inches. Legit.
Who are you telling this to, yourself?
No, like I say it to myself. Like I like tough talk myself. Like I would give inches. I would give inches just to have a good voice. I'd take an average size piece just to be able to have good voice. Because I envy it. It was so. It was like something I was jealous off of, you know. And I was so upset when I found out that like no, I don't have a voice. Like my voice is shit. But I did also have like a second like thing. Well, my first thing was always to be funny, like just to and not. It's not to be funny. It was always just that I got a high off of somebody thinking I was funny more than anything else.
Do you think it was like when you would? Was it like a case where you just happened to say something funny and you realized it worked and then you were like, oh,
yeah,
I'm going to do this now?
Yeah, yes. Well, actually, it started when I was
That's
a kid.
how music was for me.
I started when I was a kid because it was a defense mechanism. It was a defense mechanism, so then that way people wouldn't know that I was either homeless or poor or any of those things.
I met this dude at the show, and he was like, yo, Ben used to live with me.
Who? Who?
I don't know.
Was it Nate? And, you know, I stem a lot of my stuff from that house because it was not a good situation. It was really bad. And, you know, I actually talked to Nate, and I'm actually glad you brought that up because it was a part of me that, like, I didn't want to address. Like, I was like, because for so long I was not like, fuck that kid, you know, but I was like, yo, whatever. And then now I'm like, I saw him and he was like, yo, I'm doing better. And I was like, you know what, man? Like, good for you. Like,
got it, man. Yeah.
Well, no, I've always championed that. Like, but there was a part of me a long time ago where you're like,
it's growth.
Fuck you, you know? Yeah. But you realize that people grow up and you realize that people want to be better. So to see him there, and I was like, dude, what's up, man? Like, it was like nice to see him.
That's why I'm not a fan of the cutoff.
Yeah,
not anymore. I used to be very big, but like people change.
Yeah,
man.
people
and I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me.
Exactly. So it's like
I've changed.
Exactly. So as we're all trying to develop into better people, and I saw him, and I did. I used to live with him, and it was not a good situation, and he would say the same. But Nate always had a really good heart. Like there was a part of him, but it was drugs, man. You know, he would admit it too. He would tell you, you know, drugs will do that to you. And I think that over time, I started to realize how strong I really was in that mental abuse and even physical abuse at times. I wouldn't stand for. Like I had more respect for myself than that. And all of the people that I met at that time and all the trauma and all the I was just telling somebody before we started filming, you know how hard it is for me to sit through a story about that's like normal? Like my stories are so like crazy and dark and those things really did happen. So for me, when somebody's like, I went to Starbucks today and can you believe that she screwed up my order? How hard is it? And you're like, really? That's the story you're going to complain about? Like I was bleeding out of my stomach one time because I had some kid slice me or I got shot at, you know, and or whatever. Like you could say whatever. Or we rolled this dude, you know, because he broke into our house. Like I always had like these fucking awful stories, and like for me, it was an adrenaline rush. It was everything, and now I have like this normal life. It's been so hard for me, dude, to like adjust to normal conversation, normal life.
Yeah,
you know, like even you know, my wife, you know, she tells me some story. I'm like, really? Like, that's the story you're going to tell me? And she's like, I know nobody got killed in my story or anything happened or, you know, something dark. But, you know, it's like you got to start getting used to that. And she's helped me with that, like to be like more receptive that my life has been very different and, you know, other people's is not. But, no, it was great. It was great to see that guy. That flies bothering me too. Hiya! Dude, I caught him. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
God damn it.
I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, I don't.
On camera.
Yeah. No, I don't give a fuck. That was like 4 Fs. No, but it was nice. And he was jamming, man, to you. Like, he was there. He was not like, he was like really excited seeing you play.
That was such a dark turn. And then you're just like, so yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. That's my life, man. And that's the comedy part. Like, that's the comedy part.
Yeah, I mean, music was something that, like, once I found out that it was like, oh, I think that's why I hold it so, like, you know, so close, because it's like that was what gave me an identity. When you didn't have one and you're looking for who you are and you find it, I feel bad for the people that think they have found their identity and then they find out later on that wasn't their identity, because you see them later on, they're like, oh yeah, I don't know what that was. It was like, but I chalked it up to you have to try a lot of trial and error on who you are. But I just got lucky, I think, that early I was like, oh, this is my thing. Like I remember, dude, I was like my daughter's age. Yeah, I was definitely my daughter's age, because so I was 7 years old, man, and I had Jimi Hendrix posters on the wall. I had a street sign that said Jimi Hendrix Road, and I was like obsessed with this dude, bro.
Are you still obsessed with Jimi Hendrix?
I mean, I'm not. I'm not obsessed because I was obsessed. My thing is I get obsessive, right? So I get obsessive until I learn as much information as I want to learn, and then I say, okay, I feel like I know enough about this person that I have this huge. If I respect somebody and I respect their art, and I feel like I owe it to them to go and find out about them and do my due. And I'm weird though too, because
so you think Jimmy's not good now?
No, he's fucking amazing.
Okay,
but I have to. I don't want to say there's no excitement, but because I was so excited when I was a kid that I just went and bought every album I could buy. So it was like it was from the box set. I literally had like a box set that was like, and I just went through and bought different albums. My dad had records, so I did, bought the VHSs and shit like that, the DVDs at my, when I was getting older. But yeah, no, it was something and I still do it to this day. Like if I find a new artist, I obsess about them, and I go and I listen to their entire catalog almost. I figure out who they are, where they come. I want to know their story. I want to know if you came from playing little nightclubs. Did you get discovered by somebody? For some reason, I want to know.
Do you think it could be that's an addictive thing, or do you think it's because you want to see yourself in their story?
None of those. Well, no. There's no. He's still flying.
Yeah, you look crazy too.
No. I mean, I do.
Don't mind if I do.
I do it in different aspects.
The shit better be good.
Like I remember, I got back into reading during COVID. I'd always like when I had hated reading as a young kid, but then I got older and I got into it. And there were some good books, and I realized like, oh shit, I missed out, right? So I would like reading documentaries. I mean, biographies rather.
Yeah.
And like I said, because it was the same kind of thing. Like I remember, I don't know how old I was, but I remember I read the biography of the guitar player from Korn, and I I was like, wow, this is great. So I got it.
What was it? Head?
Yeah.
I read that.
Brian Welch.
I read
fucking
that.
amazing.
It was amazing.
So
huge fan. I was like a massive fan as a kid.
I was a fan. Yeah, I was
Still
a fan
am.
as a kid, and I was really more of a fan of him after I read the book. I was like, wow, this is a really interesting story. So then I got into it, and then I kind of fell off. But then during COVID, I started reading again, and I got really obsessed with it. I got really obsessed with like finding time to read a book and just do. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna be locked in for a while. So I got obsessive, and I like looked online for all these books that I've ever wanted to read, and I bought them all like cheap online, and I made myself like a bookshelf, so that anytime I want to read a book, it's like I don't have to go to Barnes and Noble. I don't have to go and order it. Like I have all of the books that I want to read. I have them there. I just need now I just need to bang them out.
Yeah. So what was one of the books that really caught your eye as far as like wanting to know more about it? So it depends. Like it's not necessarily like it's more of the person. Like I'm a huge like what person?
Humphrey Bogart.
No shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bogart. Bogart, Cagney. Like, and it's weird because I love those old. I love black and white movies. So I have my guys. You know what I'm saying? And those and I just love their work. And
do you think that there's a part of you, and there's the inner comedian in me that wants to make fun of the artist in you, that you like black and white movies? Like you're like, I like black and white movies, and then so sometimes
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. No, here's why
I sing it to Rusty Nail.
I was watching Casablanca last night.
It's so good. But that's different because that is like I know people who don't like black and white movies that would watch the fuck.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
that's a classic.
So for me, it was kind of like, I guess it was a product of me doing deep diving like I do on people, right? So when I was young, I had gotten a copy. I was probably like 13, 14. I had gotten a copy of the Scarface DVD.
Oh boy!
And I just thought it was great, but it wasn't.
The music is good.
The music was great. The whole. But it was, to me, it was just like, holy shit, this is a great story. That was the first time I'd ever really seen like a gangster film. And it was.
But you weren't inspired. Were you inspired?
No, I was inspired to then to then kind of research it more. And like every kid, you know, I had like a Scarface poster and shit like that, you know. But then it was more than I found out all of a sudden. I was like, oh, there's a movie from 1932 called Scarface.
Yeah.
Which is about Al Capone. Yeah. So, and instead of cocaine, it was alcohol because it was the 30s during Prohibition. But if you watch that movie, there are so many similarities that you're like, oh, I mean, and that's what it was. I watched the Scarface documentary from the 1980s, about the one from the 80s, and they had mentioned that it was based off of the 32 version. So I went and I got the 32 version and I watched it. I was like, this is amazing. And you have to take into consideration that obviously they don't have the same thing we have now.
No, it's not.
So you're gonna see, like, if someone gets shot, there's no blood. There was a period of time where, like, you know, but if you take it for almost maybe like a Broadway play or like or kind of like, but there's so many.
Put yourself in that time.
There's so many amazing stories that were written, and I'll be honest with you too. That you come across so many movies where you can tell based on the times there are so many racially insensitive or just straight up racist things in the movie.
Yeah, dude.
Now. You take that how it is. However you want to take that. I am able to overlook that because there was nothing I could have done about it.
Exactly.
The
like,
art is
what does that
great.
have to do with you?
You know what I'm saying? Like, the actors in it, and a lot of the actors that I follow were very liberal people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people in Hollywood have always been liberal. So,
yeah.
But and not politically liberal, just
liberal in their views. Yeah.
And so I don't know. I found that movie, and then I was like, oh, there's other stuff in here. And then you start doing research on that movie because I was obsessed with that movie. And then I was like, oh, they call the 1930s the greatest era for movies. You know what I'm saying? So why is that? Why do they say that? Well, there's some, at least
there's a lot of
it's
original.
An argument. It's a lot of originals.
Well, there's a lot of originals at that time.
And there's groundbreaking stuff.
Because we copied, like now. We're copying of copies.
Oh, everything was a copy.
Now,
everything was formerly a book or a play, and that they formed into a movie for sure. But my thing is it's cool to watch because you see the people that we watch now. If you kind of do a little like, not a family tree, but if you kind of go down the list,
look and you find what they like.
Oh, who was influenced by who, and I could see how, you know. It's like I watched the Audrey Hepburn movie with Cary Grant the other day called Charade. And she was so like, to me, I remember growing up and thinking, like, why does my mom watch these movies? They're so corny, like the way the guys talk and all that, you know, and stuff like that. But then you actually watch and you understand it. I was like, oh, she is so witty. She's so good. Like,
she can put herself in that position to want to be that person.
Yeah, she was, and the acting was real because a lot of them came from you know, theater, and a lot of it was and then I also dove into old Hollywood, where I love, like, listening to the old stories of behind the scenes where these people were very clean cut in their image on screen, and then you find out that, like, the 1930s, 40s, 50s, everybody was fucking everybody.
You did,
and it's so interesting to find out. Audrey Hepburn and Lauren Bacall with Bogey, right? She was married to Humphrey Bogart, and they were like, you know, they were the happy couple in the end before he died. And then Sinatra, who was coming to see Bogey when he was dying, then ends up going and trying to marry Bacall. He was
doing sex to his girl.
But you know,
I did it my way. And he did. He did her.
And I just love it because we have this clean cut image of, like, oh, they weren't doing it, but dude, they were fucking dogs back then, dude. It was crazy.
I am too skeptic. I'm too born of a skeptic to believe anyone. Like, I don't have it in me to believe that for a second. Like, back then, I'd be like,
Sinatra had a thing with Judy Garland, I believe, as well. Like, yeah,
it's fucking Frank Sinatra.
I know, but it's just it's you know, the people.
The man, I think it was like there's like a picture. It's like the man is sex. Like, he is sex. He, like, literally was. Yeah. You know what I mean?
There's some good Sinatra stories out there.
Bro, there's good Sinatra stories. There's good Rat Pack stories. There's good, dude, look at the man.
Oh, perfect example. So, Ocean's 11 with Clooney.
Oh, exactly.
It's a Rat Pack movie.
It's a remake.
It's a Sinatra movie.
Well, I remember when I went to go see that, and I knew that as like a young kid because, like, you know, my uncle told me or something.
Yeah.
So when I was there, I was like, oh, it's crazy that they, you know, have you seen the first one? And they were like, what are you talking about? Like, the kids I went with, they're like Ocean's 10. You know, I'm like, no, you fucking moron.
That was me. That was me with Scarface.
But I get it.
I'm like, you ever seen the original? That was great. I love doing that.
That's a good one up, though. When you're that age, I was
like 15.
You're like, hey,
yo, Renato, you still got my Scarface DVD, bro?
And your voice cracked. You're like, Yeah, you guys see the original, and
I was probably in my 20s when I really got into like
your voice might crack at that age, maybe.
Deep into like the older movies.
When did your voice drop?
Probably like 14, probably like my freshman year of high school.
Do you remember the shit with Usher when we were a kid?
Like
we didn't see Usher for like
it
was like 2 years. Remember, like no Usher songs, and then he came out with remember he just
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Bro, he just kind of when he was going through the shit that we were just talking about before, his voice was like, nah,
it's different, man.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. I mean, he's still amazing. I had. Well, yeah, I was 15, I think. Maybe I was a freshman in high school when I started. My voice just never, it was good, I think
I got it. I really think I got it, bro.
I don't think you did. Is it in there?
He's right there.
You're practically Mr. Miyagi.
Wash my hands.
Yeah.
Why try to change me now?
I'm keeping this.
That's my favorite Sinatra song.
I'm still keeping this in. Your favorite one? What was that song?
Why try to change me now?
Okay, that's a good one. I every once in a while I'll listen to Sinatra, and you know what Sinatra music is to me? Sinatra music is like driving to the date music. It is
really?
A pump up. It's like such a.
It's interesting.
When I used to go to pick up the ladies. That's what I would listen to shit like that. It's such good pump up music to me. No, but I'm Italian, man. It's in our blood to warm up like that. You know what I mean?
Kid.
Yeah, you know what?
When you're gonna go pick up your date, you go and pick up. First thing you do, make sure you got the Sinatra.
Yeah, or Dean Martin. You got Dean Martin. Yeah,
every now and then you get a little Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah, Sammy Davis. I'm being serious. I listen.
The only reason I say it's interesting is because my Sinatra was. I remember when I had the studio that you could smoke cigarettes in. I would fucking just sit there and just smoke a cigarette and put on Sinatra and just fucking.
See, that's the inner artist in you.
Just sit there and I would just listen because there was such a. Dean Martin as well, or Bing Crosby even. Bing Crosby was really interesting because he was one of the first to really not have a powerhouse of a voice. So when you hear his voice was very, it was the first pop. It was he kind of changed pop music. You know what I'm saying? Because he had this very he used the microphone to his advantage instead of just being this powerhouse singer. He was he inflections and he could make his voice. It was different.
Wavy.
He was just very. He was very he didn't have to be a powerhouse and he was still good.
I miss pure powerhouse singers. I miss listening to somebody and being like, God damn. I miss saying that in the middle of and I know they're there. I'm just saying I miss it being something that people crave. I
think we still do.
And I think sometimes, but a lot of these little youngsters, they don't really care as much much as it being a thing. I remember.
I think it comes with
who
appreciation.
Who is the best female singer of all time? I hate playing this fucking game, but it's all right, who's top 2?
Whitney Houston.
I agree. Whitney's one.
Maybe Mariah.
See, I'm gonna go Whitney and Celine Dion.
Great.
I mean, I don't think come on, Celine's still doing it, bro. You know what I mean?
It's hard. That's like Kobe or LeBron.
No, I get that, but it's make them top 2. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Make them top 2.
At least the top. They're in the top 10.
Because we're about to hear this. All I Want for Christmas song. Mariah's about to come out.
She's already out. She's been out.
I haven't heard it yet. I have not heard it yet.
You haven't gone in anywhere public yet. You haven't gone to Target. You haven't gone to the mall.
I went to the mall. I took my nieces to get dresses. By the way, the big one. My niece just turned 15, right? So buy her dresses. With that, I'm like, you got to buy a dress that your mother and your father aren't gonna fucking kill me for buying. You know what I mean? So she comes out. I'm like, all right, good. Everything's covered. She turns around. It's got the backlist. I'm like, what the? And I'm like, okay, but the front's the cover up, lady. You know what I mean? Girl.
Yeah.
And then the little one is just all about hanging out with me the entire time at the mall, which was
the one that was here.
The little one. Yeah, Athena. She was on the podcast. You guys seen her. She is like comedian through and through.
Yeah, she's funny.
So I'm sitting there. I'm like, hey, when we go in the mall, you gotta stay with me, bro. You can't like go wandering off, okay? So she's, right. We go to Claire's. You want to go to Claire's because there's a bunch of stuff in Claire's, right? So it's buy 3 get 3 free. So I'm kind of looking around. I'm like, God damn, there's nothing in here. And she's like, we're in the middle of the mall. She is now not yelling, but like she's like, hey. I'm like, what? And she goes, you told me I got to stand by you, and you're walking away. And she goes, and you're leaving me. And I'm like, oh my God, this little, and the lady starts laughing behind the counter. I'm like, all right, this little kid's roasting me up.
She knows.
So we buy her stuff. She bought a necklace for her sister. It says big sister, little sister. And then we're in the car. She goes, yo, you got your necklace on? I got mine on. And then she goes, I need my other hat. Like she's like just, she's just a comedian, man. It's hilarious. So I took them out, So I didn't hear any Christmas music until we turn and we see, Santa and stuff. Like Santa's like already there. He's all doing his thing. They got him in a box now. You can't even see him. Like he's not even like public. That's shitty. They're the kids. So they know that the kids are like, Santa, oh, he's in that house. We need to go find him. So here's $23 or whatever it is now to go take a picture with him. And yeah, man, it's crazy. I haven't been in the mall in forever. And I had a panic attack last time I went to the mall. That's the last time I went to the mall. I had a legitimate.
The last time I was in the mall.
Dude, I had a little legitimate panic attack because I have like trouble being in like rooms like a lot of people. So I was sweaty. I went in the mall and I like rushed out last time I was there. But this time I think the little ones just kind of like distracted me. You know what I mean? But I think like no Christmas music. I love Christmas music. But Mariah, is it the best Christmas song of all time?
I don't know. Hanson does a mean cover of All I Want for Christmas. But
I don't know,
the greatest.
man.
No, I think the greatest, at least selling wise.
Okay.
The most profitable Christmas song of all time was White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
Profitable. It's
like
a great song.
The most sold. I mean, Mariah may have passed him now, but maybe the most I don't know. But I had to look that up. But at one point in time,
bro, I got to be honest with you. This wine is getting to me,
mm-hmm.
and your skin is looking flawless. And I think you did a really good job. Are you not washing with Dial soap anymore?
Bro.
We need a skincare one because you and I, look at this.
Right.
No, you're fine. No, you look good. What did you do? Who did this to you?
I did.
Did you get a facial?
No, I just had to stop fucking picking at my face, bro.
Don't pick at your face, man. But it looks good. Your face looks good. My face looks good. I've been using that.
Shave today.
I did too. Twins. You see, you have the same thing I have, that Torrington not connecting stash. Yeah. It's like the water does.
Well, since I've been shaving my face more, it's been growing in a little better.
Did you see this thing where they
I don't really know if I'm gonna go beard or not.
The roller, they have like a roller.
Yeah, I have one of those.
It puts pins in your face.
Yeah, it's I don't think it works. I have one.
You pin in your face?
I've done it before, yeah.
Anything. Is there a difference?
I didn't notice one. No.
I want to buy it. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you could try it. I think it might work for some. I mean, the theory behind it to me sounds like it would.
It seems like it makes sense. Like every time I see it on Instagram, it comes up.
But
then they do the thing and they see that.
Like I said, I've been shaving my face more, and I've been getting away
smooth.
No, not even smooth, but they say that if you want to grow it better, you got to shave it down first. You got to start.
Yeah, I've been trying.
So I think
there's no reason for me to shave it.
It grows,
nothing there.
Because they say when you shave it, it grows back thicker. But I'm not 100% sure. And I think the razor too, against your skin, might be creating the same type of. Because I think what they said it is it makes small little not like cuts, but it does go in to a layer of skin where your body reacts and then it.
You do a straight razor?
Oh no, I wouldn't trust myself with that. I haven't.
I have a straight razor, but
I taught myself how to shave
with the thing.
I never had
a. Yeah, my dad.
I mean, I believe that
he was gone. Yeah, he was gone. But I mean,
do you use straight razor?
I do. I got a barber.
You do it just because. Oh well, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why you got it.
Well, it's the same.
I can't picture you at home straight razor in your face. That's when I watch those old movies. I'm like, wow, these guys were fucking tough.
All right, Dick, that's me. I'm just saying, like, dude, listen to me. We are, you know what I've noticed about you and I? We are pale. We are white.
Oh, I mean,
we are so white.
People ask me like, "Yo, what's your nationality?" I'm like, SPF 100 white.
Oh, dude, we are North. We are New Englanders. You know, and I feel I got
my mom's skin.
Yeah,
my dad tans pretty nicely. My brother.
I'll tan. I just haven't not. I ain't seen the sunshine in 3 damn days. Sorry.
Is that a Sheryl Crow song?
Goddamn right it is.
3 damn days.
Yeah, you're damn right it is.
I put your picture.
God, dude, that song is so good. It just makes me cry every time. Dude, this wine was such a good idea. Such a good idea. God bless you. And
no, that was your idea. You just said something about wine, and I was like, yeah, we'll bring wine.
Did I say that?
Yeah, it was like last pod. You were like, yo, we should do wine next week. Or we were going to meet up last night because we were going to drink wine last night.
I feel good, man. I feel so good right now. I feel just happy, Like
that's called drunk.
It feels amazing. My tits are tingling right now. You know what I mean? My heart is full.
I'm a drunkard.
I enjoy the drink. I wish that there was it's more acceptable to drink more, but it's not, and that's fine too. Like now we know it's bad for us, but I wish it was 30 years ago where I could drink
that's
more normally.
Funny, man. Because not to go back, but that's what I love about it too. Is the things that they had no idea that was terrible for them, but they knew that being drunk was bad for you. Like, cause people would die from there were stories about people saying back in the 40s he was going to drink himself to death. So they knew it was bad, but it was such everybody was like, my father was a drinker.
I'm a drinker too.
And, oh dude, Desi Arnaz, Lucille Ball's husband, just Ricky Ricardo. Woo, what a drinker that man was.
But I mean,
they all were.
I know people like
Bogey
that,
and John Huston.
Now, but back
but
then,
man,
they're tough.
Acceptable.
They got up.
Now you're now we know you're
man,
you have
okay?
a problem.
Yeah.
You have a problem.
Is Josh okay?
Yeah, you can't put that. Yeah, you can't put that down. I'm over here squeezing my wine.
Yeah, you're really. You want to chug some wine? Make some dinosaur noises. Let's chug some wine and make some dinosaur noises. You know what I mean?
Noses?
Noise. Ah! Dude, no. Let's just chug wine.
No.
And then let's act like T-Rexes.
You don't have a 45-minute drive home.
Hey, dude, I will drive you home myself. Okay,
that's
probably.
no better.
I'll pay for your Uber.
You're drinking the same wine.
I will pay for your Uber. Please
then what? You're gonna pay for my Uber back to get my car tomorrow?
Bro, yeah, that's fine. Please don't die. Don't die. Don't drink and drive.
Oh, I'm not.
Hey. Let's be serious. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's make dinosaur noises.
We can hang out here.
Brooke Greeley. Dude, yeah, she heard it. Brian heard it too. He told me he didn't tell the best part of the story, that we went out for drinks after we left her there, throwing up on the toilet. And I'm like, yo, you want me to tell that story, the rest of that story that doesn't make us sound so favorable? He goes, we had a good night, did we? I'm like, yeah, we did have a good night, I guess.
It's so funny how small the world is, dude.
It really is, yeah.
I remember growing up.
She's got a voice too. She could sing. She could sing. That's actually what he used to be super. My boy used to be really attracted to this girl. He wanted to do love to her back in the day because she could sing, and that's how that goes.
Now they're married.
They have 2 beautiful children. Dude, his son. Dude, what is it with when you meet? Okay, I have a bunch of friends that have lots of kids, right? They all have kids. I'm the only one that doesn't. So here's my thing: when you meet their kids, you're yo, okay, you're like him, and then him. You're kind of you're like this guy and this guy. Yo, his son is 6 years old, and that kid is 6'11", 240 pounds. The kid is massive. He is a massive human being. Have you ever seen?
Wait, the kid we were sitting with at the fight?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that is a child. He looks like he's 11.
They make it hang, bro. He was hanging with us the whole fight. He fell asleep on the couch and then woke up like nothing happened.
You ain't picking that kid up. You're not taking him upstairs.
He looked around.
That's an adult.
He looked around because he was trying to see if anybody noticed he was sleeping.
He's like, I ain't sleeping.
Watched the fight again, and I was like, yo, this kid is a fucking
this kid is a savage. It's because that kid is also looks like an 11, 12-year-old. You know what I mean? He looks like a 30-year-old.
Big boy.
And I just hope if I ever have kids that, one, it's not a ginger. I don't know why it bothers me so much that my kid will have red hair because my wife has red hair. But I don't know why I don't want that to happen. And I'm okay with saying that. But here's my other thing. I don't want...
I'm going to tell you... All right, go ahead. Tell you
all right. And you know what? Here's another thing I don't I don't want my kid to be like a normal kid. I want something to be different with him. Like I want him to have like an extra like finger or something. I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you something.
Talk to me.
I'm gonna tell you, this is why I know it's the alcohol talking.
Shut up.
When you, bro, no, I'm telling you, when you go in and your girl,
not something wrong with him.
No. Listen, just hear me out. Hear me out. When you go in and your girl's pregnant, and they're doing those little tests.
You did sex.
They do these little tests where they measure certain things on the baby in the stomach.
How do you do that?
And they say, oh, we're testing for X, Y, and Z, and sometimes that X, Y, and Z is some really serious shit.
What? Like, wait, like they test them for like...
Yeah, like it's like pre-screening for like, you know, they know now, like if you see this in a child that's still in their mother's belly, like there's a good chance that, you know, this will happen. I can't tell you exactly what they were. I don't remember exactly what they were, but I remember us being like literally sitting there holding hands.
Yeah, because
like,
your kid's perfect. You're like, yes.
No, but you don't know, but I'm saying like that whole like ginger shit, you know what I mean? Like
they test for that?
No, but no, I'm just saying you don't give a fuck.
No, I would.
No, bro, I'm telling you, because if they're gonna tell you, when they tell you that you're in the process where they're telling you your kid may not be healthy, you don't give a fuck if it's a boy, girl, whatever. You're just like, I hope that kid is healthy. So when you say, I'm telling you, once you experience it, you'll be like, if it comes out, you'll just be happy as fuck.
I love that you and I attached that is a kid healthy or not with ginger.
No, I didn't.
You did a little bit.
No, I'm saying
if it's ginger.
I'm saying you're sitting here putting like I have expectations on.
You're like, it better not come out with red arm hair. I'll be pissed.
That's you. Yeah. That's not me. I was saying I just hope that if it's a boy or a girl, I hope it's healthy, because
that's the one thing.
There's real shit, man.
I changed my tune. I don't care. Like if I had a kid, right?
You just change your tune.
No, I changed my tune. Like with if it's a boy or girl, I don't care. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I don't care. Like I was hanging out with my nieces. That shit was fun as hell. Yeah, no, they had me dying.
Girl dads is amazing.
So funny. But
if I had another kid, I want another girl.
A girl.
Yeah, I want another
You want
girl.
a boy?
No. I mean, not that I don't, but I would prefer another girl.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just think that it's okay. I guess. No, I can't even say that. If it's a ginger, I'm gonna be really upset. And I'll stand by it. Like if my kid comes out, I'll dye his hair when he's a kid. I'll dye it. I don't care. I'm gonna get no love from our ginger community, which is actually quite high. You know, like if it came out, like I'll be like, hey, get it over there, and let's just dip his mop. You know what I mean?
Out of your fucking gourd.
Just have the baby dip its mop in a Rogaine or whatever, or a dye, and then we'll be fine. You know. You want to get some? Dude, let's go get something to eat. Let's go do something.
I got shit to do after this.
No, you don't.
I really do. I have a session after this.
This place is bullshit. All right, we're out of here. We got to go. We have shit to do. I'm going to go get some food, though. I'm so hungry right now. And this wine is tasting good. I went from squats, like working out, going to get wine, and then now this. No food in between there. I got to get in there. Is this goodbye?
This is goodbye.
This here. Come. Cheers, man. Cheers. Came in clutch with these.
So dope, bro. Because I was like, we're going to break a glass. I know
that's true.
I was like nervous we were going to break a glass.
No, this is great. Because you were squeezing. You were squeezing.
That's fun, man.
It feels good.
Kind of.
It's like a boobie.
We're out of here.
Yeah. It's like a boobie.